All right, so welcome you all to today's class. We are going to continue. Okay, let me just share my screen. Yeah, I believe you can see my screen now. Can you all see my screen? Please, can you see my screen?
Yes, sir. We can.
Okay. So this is what we did last time. This is what we did last time. Let me see. Today we are going to be doing what we call uh drop. Let me see. Okay. Today we are going to be doing what we call subqueries. Subquery. So sometimes you need to write a query that has another query inside. So this is a query. You already know this is a query. And what this query does from our last class is that it helps to query the database to get all of these columns. It will help us get this column. It will help us get this column. This is another column. Then it will help us total show this is a table, sorry. Yeah, this is a column in this table. Total is a column. So it will help us, it will give us the maximum total, and then it will give us the minimum total, and then average. It will also give us the average total. That's what this query does. This is the table it is getting it from. And we want to group it by country. So if you run this query, this is what we are going to have. Now, that's something I didn't tell you last time. You know, when you query a table like this, for example, look at this one. I query this table and it gives me this thing. These tables are in the database. So you need to know that they are in the database, and whatever query you write here does not change anything in the database. The table is still there in the database. This is just like a subset of the table, or what we'll call it a result set. We'll call it result set. So it is not affecting the real table in the database. Whatever you do here, you're just doing it just like artificial. Like, it's when you refresh, the table remains the way it is. So whatever result you get here, the only thing you can do with it is just to export it, or do any other thing, or link it to SQL, or do whatever thing you want to do with it. The original table, whatever you change here, does not change anything in the real table in the database. They are still there in the database the way they are. Whatever manipulations you do here doesn't change anything at all in the main table. So because we like this one now, because we did this one and got a limit, we just wanted to get let's see what we got here. We just wanted to get the average and the total. Okay, let's say we want to limit it to 5. We just wanted to get the country with the lowest. I think this is the country with the lowest. This is the total with the lowest total, like the total amount spent. This is the country with the lowest total amount spent. So we want to get the country with the lowest amount total amount spent, which is limit 1, because we did ascending. So let's say we want to do descending. This will now give us descending should be DSC. DCS. Why? Ascending is ASC. Descending should be adult. I doubt if this is correct. No. Descending D should be DSC. No. Who can remind us descending? Who can remind us, please?
DESC.
DE.
DES.
Oh.
Yes.
No,
Oh.
Yes.
DESC. Yes.
Oh. Oh. Thank you. Descending. Okay. So now we got this one. Now it gives us the country with the highest purchase total, and the country is what? USA, and this is the average that each person that step into that store spend, each person. So now this thing does not mean it has changed anything in this invoice table. Invoice table is still in the database and nothing has changed. It is still the same thing. All right. So whatever query you're writing here is just going to give you a result set, a different set of table. In fact, you can even create a new table on your own here, and it is not going to affect whatever you already have in database. Okay. Now remember, the database you're going to be querying from is the company's database. All right. Like when if you use SQL Server, you're going to be querying the company database directly. But because we don't have a company that we are querying their database directly, so we now created our own artificial database, put the tables inside, and started using querying it. So this thing you're doing here, it is just to query the database and get out information the way you want it, the way your manager has told you to get it. So your manager can just say, okay, we want to know the three top countries, the three countries that has given us the best sales so far. The three top countries that are our best or our best buying customers. So all you need to do is just to come and write this query, then put three here. You want to see just the three countries, then you run it. Now, it is going to give you, okay, you did not collect that S. When you run it, let me run it. I don't know why I didn't select all. So when you run it, it's going to give us those three. So the best three top countries are USA, Canada, and France. And this is the amount they've spent on our store. Averagely, each person that comes from this country spend at least this amount each time they come in. So we can now copy this result and send to our manager. This result we've copied was not in the database originally, but it is inside. We wrote a query that gave us what we wanted. All right. So that's what I wanted to point out, so that you know that whatever you're getting here is just a result set and does not affect the data you already have in your database. Okay. So today we are going to, but before we do subquery, let me show you something else. Remember when I was telling you things about access, permission, control, and all that different kind of access you have. We have the people who have the DQRL. Is it DQ? Data query language, yeah. We have the control query language. You have all of those. So I told you that you only have access to data query language. You can only query the database as a data analyst. That's where your access, your limit ends. You cannot delete, you cannot add. So these tables here now, you are just meant to collect the information you want to collect there, or the data. Just, write query to manipulate and bring out. So you cannot, for example, let's open the invoice table. So let me comment. I hope you still remember how to comment. Let me comment, open the invoice table. Then I'll come down here. I'll do select everything. Let's see everything inside the invoice table. I'll just select it from here. So here, now, this is the invoice table. No, let me open the employee. Let's work on the employee. So open the employee table. Employee table. So here will be employee, right? Good. So let's see what's in the employee table. Great. So we can see we have the employee ID. So each employee has an ID, right? Then take note of their ID. We have from 1 to 8 employees. So there are 8 employees here. These are their names. These are their title, like their position here. These are their date, birthday, and all of this. But something is missing. Let's say now that we want to know their salary because there's no salary here. We want to know their salary. So what we are supposed to do, maybe we needed to do something that requires us to know their salary as a data analyst. So what you're supposed to do is to meet your admin. Then your admin is going to, maybe your data administrator is going to uh, do that, or they will instruct the data scientist or the data engineer to do that. Okay. So by the time they send you, I think it's data engineers, data scientists, sorry, by the time they send you the data back, it will not have salary in it. But let's look at how they will do it. How do we add a new column? Even though it's beyond your own scope, you are not supposed to be. In fact, you can even create this table from scratch. Like you can create table. You see the way we created database, you can create, if you can create database, that means you can create table. So let's add a table now. If you want to create a table, let's put a comment how to create a new table. So just the same way we created database, you just come here and say create table. If you wanted to create a database, you say create database. So you put the name of the table. Maybe you want to put that album table that we're not able to bring in album. So as simple as that. This one is showing error here. So I'll just close this one and it's gone. So this line of code now will create a new table for us here. If I run it, it's a table must have at least one visible column. So exactly, when you're creating a table, it must have columns now. But the table, let's add columns. If you want to add columns, you can just say, okay, add, you can use add, um, you can either add column, or let's set, the column has not, okay, we created a table. Now we need to add columns. The columns that we're going to add, insert. We can use insert to insert, I don't know. This table is not visible yet. We cannot see it here yet, but let me show you something else here before we get to this point so that what I'm explaining will be easier for you. Let's use an existing table to add data to the table. Though this is not your work anyway. So if you go ahead and do this, you may end up getting into trouble and going to jail because you can actually delete table, you can add table. So let's say in this particular table that we have here already, we want to add something like maybe the salary of this employee. So we'll just come here and say we want to add a salary column to this table. So what we'll do here is just alter. You just use the keyword alter table. Which table do you want to alter? You want to alter the employee table. This is the employee table. So what this alter statement does is it alters, you can use it to change. There are so many things you can use this alter to do. Let me keep this one aside first. We'll come back to it. You can use alter to do a lot of things. You can use it to add column. You can use it to modify existing column. Like if you want to change the name of this column from address to location, you use alter. If you want to update this table, you can also, if you want to change maybe any information here, you can also use this alter to do so. But let's do the first usage. We want to alter the table. And what I want to do is to add a column. Then it's going to be the salary column. Add salary. So good. Now, Because we are creating, remember when we did data types, right? Data type says that each column must contain the data of the same data type. This column, for example, contains what? Who can tell us this data type? Remind us, please, quickly. The employee IDs contains what kind of data type is this?
Integer.
Integers, of course. But most of the times, your ID will be varchar, all right? But this is integer, obviously, from 1 to 8. This one contains strings, right? So before you create a new column, you must tell SQL the kind of data that will be in that table so that it will know already before creating it. So that when you start putting in data that is not the type that you told it, it's going to bring up error for you. So it will not allow you to create a table without telling you the data type. Therefore, you must tell it that what's going to be there will be int. Or you can see the error has gone. Or you want to tell it that what will be there will be string. The error is gone. Or you want to tell it that it's going to be varchar. Varchar what? It has to be varchar. Maybe now when the data type is varchar, it will expect you to tell it how that varchar is going to look like. So you remember what varchar is, right? So varchar is going to be, for example, if the salary column is going to contain salary, so you already know that how many digits of number, let's say the highest paid salary there is 1 million naira, and 1 million is 6 digits. So you're going to tell it that it's going to contain 6 digits. So you put varchar 6 here and close it. So when you now put, maybe someone is earning 100, maybe a 7 figure, maybe 1.3 million or 1,900,000 or 1,950,000 is still within 60. Okay, 7 figure. If someone begins to earn 7 figure, it's going to throw an error because you've told you that it's going to contain 6. Then if you're using varchar to fill up people's name, maybe this column is going to contain names, and then you put the data type as names, and then you put the data type as varchar, it's going to expect you to give it the number of characters that will be in that column. Maybe this person's name is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Some people's name can be longer. So you're going to put maybe 20 here. So you're telling me that this column is going to contain varchar and it's going to be between 0 to 20 words or between 0 to 20 characters, because if it is varchar, it means it can contain any character. It can be it can be letters, it can be numbers, it can be characters, all those equals to, slash, asterisk, or all that. It can be all that. You can accept it, but it will not exceed 20. If you put maybe 30 here, you're not sure of the length of the name. For some people, their name is quite long, so you can put 30. But the most now, what happens if you want to put an address? This is for name 20, right? If you're going to be filling an address here, some address can be like this one now, address 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This space, you also count space, right? 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19. This is 19. So varchar 19 is going to work. But you have a lot of people. Some people live in a very long place that has a long address. This one now is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28. So this first one is 19. So if you leave it at 19, it's going to become a problem when you get to this person that has 28. So if you come and put it at 28, it is still wrong because some new persons will have very, very long address, very long one. So for address, the best way is to put it at varchar 255. This one now can contain any length of characters. So this is how the best way to put your varchar. Instead of putting number, maybe 25, or you're expecting that the name is, just put it at 225 and you'll be fine. All right. So salary is definitely not voucher. Okay, I just showed you this thing. So salary is going to be int, and that is it. We've created. Oh, sorry. Let's run it. So when we run this, it is going to create successful. It's going to create the salary column. So let's see the salary column now. Let's run it again. Employee. When you run this, you now see that it now contains the salary column. You've created a new column here, salary column, but it is null because it has no value. Remember when we wanted to create a table, it told us that the table must contain what? At least one column, and those column must contain values. So you cannot have this as null. And it is not because we just created it and there is no values inside. So we can start to put values inside. All right. So to be able to put value, let's see, we can use add values into the salary column. How do we now fill up the salary of the workers? So to do that, we now use the update clause, the update function. So we want to update table. We want to update salary. I want to update that column now. Then we'll bring it down. This one, I need to close it for that error to go. So I want to update salary. Then I'm going to I'll use sorry, we are updating table, always update table. Remember, we alter table here. So we want to update table. And that table name is what? Employee. So update employee. Then what do you want to set? Set salary. Go to this column called salary. Copy it. Set salary to be equals to, what do we want the salary to be? We want to maybe, okay, this person is earning 90,000. So now, if you run this thing like this, it's going to be correct. It is going to run. But you are setting salary equals to 90,000. And salary has 8 columns. So if you run it this way, it's going to set the entire 8 columns to be 90. And you know it's not possible. All of them, they are not earning the same salary, right? So you have to specify which one should carry 90,000. All right. Are you following? Is anybody following? We have 8 people in the house. Hi, Edna. Do you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And somehow,
Okay. So I want us to reason together now. Let's think. How do we fill up the salary column so that each person will have their own salary? Okay, let's say I want you to help me type in the group, give salary to these 8 people, what they are earning. Let's say the minimum should be 45,000 and the maximum should be 120,000. So just type in the comment section so that we'll know. Let's make up the salary from there. I've already typed 90,000. So what you do now, let's assign it with, let's not use the name. Let's use their employee ID. So I am choosing ID 5, employee ID 5 to be earning 90,000. So employee ID 5 equals to 90,000. So please fill up the rest for me. Someone else should put for ID employee 1, for employee ID 2, okay. Employee 3 is 45,000. So employee ID 3 is gone, ID 5 is gone. So someone else should type for ID, the other IDs. ID, the range is from 45,000 to 90,000. ID 5 is gone. ID 3 is gone. People should type now. This shouldn't take our time. ID 8 is 80,000. That sounds good. Now that nice one. So ID 8 is 80,000. ID 3, 5, and 8 is gone. So we still have 1, 2, 6, and 7. Please, fast, 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 fast. ID 7, 95,000. Great. So we still have 6, 1, 2. Go ahead, go ahead. ID 7, 95,000. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4. ID 6, 72,000. ID 2, 55,000. Great. The next one should be 120K, please. Who should it be? ID 1. It should be ID 1. So all the IDs are gone. We'll have 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Two more to go. 2 more to go. So ID 1 and ID 4. So ID 1 should be 120K. I've done that one. So one person should do ID 4. So now you see, we've given each of these people different salaries. So let's brainstorm. How do we fit it in? Or should I run this one? Let's see how it looks like. It's going to give everybody. Okay, we've got the last one now, ID 2. Okay, ID 4, right? ID 4 is no, don't have 250K now. The highest is 120. So I'm taking the last one, which is from Abdul Latif for 77,000, 77,000. That's fine. So we are done with that. So now, if we run this code like this, it is going to give everybody the same salary. Should we try it? Let's try it. So if I just run it, great. It has run the code. It's successful. Let's see what it is. Everybody now have the same salary. See, 90,000. Because we said, this is what we told you to do. Go and update employee table for us. Go to salary column. Don't touch any other column here. You can update any column here that you want. You can delete and you can modify, you can change even the column name, the information in the column. So now we've given it this. Who can suggest how to solve this problem? Because everybody now have 90K, but everybody is not supposed to have 90K. This 90K is only for employer ID. Again, what? Employer ID. 90K is for employer ID 1. No, 90K is for employer ID 5. Only employer ID 5 should have 90K. So let's suggest who can help us. Just anything you can think of, let's hear from you. Happiness Jonathan, thank you for joining the class. Happiness, please unmute. Okay, who is speaking? Abdulatif, go ahead.
So I think we can use a conditional statement.
Conditional
Like
statement.
we can say, yes, where an ID equals to this amount.
Thank you. That's it. So this solves it. So we just use the ID since we have something that is unique. Because we cannot use name. You know why? Because two people can have the same name, despite the fact that we have just ignore the fact that we have just 8 employees here and they all have unique names. But we can employ a new employee that will have the same exact first name and last name. It's possible. You cannot use title because already you have so many people that are the same, holding the same title and all that. You cannot even use email because email is just the email is just the name and the company, so a lot of people can be Steve. So the only unique thing here is your employee ID. So we want to make sure that it's 5 that is earning that 90K. So since we already have it here, there's no point in changing it, but anyway, let's still put it. We have where employee ID is where employee ID. Don't mind me. Ahead, this is employee where employee, I don't know why this thing is writing capital letters. Where employee ID is equal to 5. You see? So this solves the problem. Now let's put for the next one. We've done this one. There's no need running this one since it's already there, but I just showed you how to get it. So let's do for, okay, let's use conditional format statement. Let's do comments. This is for employee ID 5 salary. Salary. Okay. Then let's do for who again?
So please check the employee spelling.
Oh my God. Employee. Is he okay now? Prof.
Yeah, yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
Okay. So let's do for the next one. Let's do for employee 1. Employee 1 is earning, let's close this one. Employee 1 is earning 120K. So we can just come here and change it to 120K. And it's for employee 1. So we're going to run this one and see. So if we run our table again, we can now see that employee 1 has been assigned 120K. Then we're going to do the same thing for all of them. For employee 2, employee ID 2, the salary is what? Let's go back to the chart. This person said the salary is 55,000. So this is for employee 2. It's going to be 55,000. Update, close this one. Then you run this. For employee, now the next one is going to be for employee ID 3. For employee ID 3, here is going to be 3. What's the salary for employee ID 3? The person said, the person did not say, okay, 45,000. It's going to be 45,000. So we've done 1, 2, 3, 4. We have done 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's do one more. We can just give 2 people the same salary anyway. It doesn't matter. Let's do for employee ID 4 here. Then the employee ID 4 is earning, employee ID 4 is earning what? 77,000. 77,000. Okay. And here should be 4. So let's give the rest. Let's see what will give the rest. The other 2 people. Let's give them 75,000. Those other 2 people should be earning 75,000. It's possible that 2 people can earn the same salary. So one, we have done for employee ID 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right? 4. So we've not done for 6, 7, 8. We've not done for 6, 7, 8. So let's say employee 5 and 8 is earning 90K. Why employees 6 and 7? No, let's say employee 5 and 8. No, 5 and 7, then 6 and 8. So 5 and 7 earns 90K. Why 6 and 8 earns 75K? So let's do this. Let's use a different let's do for 6 and 8 now together the same time. For 6 and 8. Their salary is going to be 75,000. 1, 2, 3. Where employee ID is not. So this time we're going to use is not. Let me see if this is going to work. N is not. Okay, we can put a list. It's not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 8. So it's going to be 6. It's going to be 6 and 7, right? It's not. It's not should work now. It should be correct. But it's not going to run because of this error here. But let's see. No, it's going to throw an error. You have an error in your SQL syntax. Okay. Let's see. Let's use another. Let's use this one. It's not. How about this one? It's not. Let's see if that's gonna work. No, there's still an error here. Let me try this. Let's try this. Okay, the error is gone. So did you guys see what we did? Let's try and see if this will run. Let's see. It did not run. Operand should contain 1 column. Okay. Let me see. It's not.
But you didn't close the query.
I closed the other one. Hold on. Let me see.
Doing 6 and 7, but you've written 8 there.
Eh?
You've written 8 in the parentheses.
Oh, 8 shouldn't be there, right?
7.
Okay. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we are doing for 6. We are doing for 6 and 7. Right?
I think you look bracket instead of this one.
Eh?
Only bracket.
No, it should be this bracket. It's not let me see what the problem is. It's not
So are
1.
you sure you not put it in inverted comma?
It's not this one. No, that's not it. Okay, so let me try this one again. This one is not 2. Where the employee ID is not 2. It's not 1. As long as it's a list, you must put it in a bracket. It's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, and it's not 5. So it must have to be in a bracket since it's a list. So maybe this one is not accepting list. That's what I'm looking at. Maybe this operand is not accepting a list. But let's try this. Let's try to run it. Okay. It must contain 1 column. Okay, what it means is that it must contain just something like this, 1. It should not be 1. So this is going to run if we run it, but this is not what we want to achieve. Okay, let's just put it manually as well. So this is going to be for employee ID 6, since we've done 5 already. Where employee ID is not these other ones. That thing should be able to work. But where are we having error here? Is it we didn't close any bracket or what? Okay, so let me run this one anyway. We'll see how to run that. So let's see our employee table so far. Let's see what it looks like now. Oh, I've altered the table again. I'm supposed to delete this one. That is the problem with. So I'm going to delete this one since we've run it already. So let's run the employee table and see what it looks like. So the salary, you can see employee ID 1, 2, employee ID 3 and 4 are earning the same salary. Okay. Why? Employee ID 3 and 4. We did for 3. This is for 3. Maybe we didn't run it. We just wrote it down without running it. This is for this one. Good. Then 4. Good. Then 6. I think we'll run this one already. So if we run it again, we are going to see that a lot of changes is there now. Yeah. Good. So they've all changed. So employee 7 and 8, they are earning the same thing. So let's change for 1. Let's change for 7 and 8. Let's change for 8. Employee ID 8. Employee ID 8 is earning maybe 110. Great. Then should be employee ID 8. Then close this one. So that's good. So our employees now are earning salaries, and we can now see their salary. So just like what I was telling you, do you now see that this thing we've created is a result set? Maybe our manager just gave us all this, said we should add salary column to the table. So we are going to print out this table. If we print out, it's going to now carry, let's say we want to put it here. Let's put it as salary. This one now has employee salary. Employee salary. So we'll now save it as CSV file. Then we'll go to our file and open it. Let's see if we can open it. Oh, this one. Great. So if we open that file, where is this thing? It is going to show us. It is going to show us. Where is that file now? Employee should be here. It is going to show us this one that has the employee's salary. So we'll send this one to our manager, and he can now see that we've added the salary. Employees now earn salaries. And this table does not affect the original table in the database. That one in the database does not have this column that you added. It is just this result set that have it, all right? The one in the database does not have this result that you have here. This result is just for you. That's what I'm trying to explain to you. So now that our employees have salaries, this is how you can modify, you can add, you can remove, you can create, you can do anything that you want to do if you have the access. But this one, don't bother yourself about it much, because you may not ever have to do this one. There are people that their job is actually to do this, okay? And all that. Do we have questions on this? Do we have questions on this? So let's now discuss today's topic, which is subqueries, because you're going to be meeting subquery a lot. Subquery, okay? So subquery is just like having a query inside a query. Having a query, like linking two different queries together. Let's say we want to have the average salary now. So find the average salary. They say find the average salary. What do? We just do select, right? Select everything from. Now, we don't want to select everything. We just want to find the average salary. So we're going to do average. Which column? Remember our salary column, right? So I just put the salary column here. and close it. I'll make sure this one is closed so that I don't have error here. Good. So I want to select average salary from where? From the employee table. Remember, the salary is in the employees table, right? Employees table. So this is going to give us the average salary. This is the average salary. But it's not looking good the way it looks. We can just, I'll alias it. So I want to alias it as average salary. This is average salary. So it's not going to work. I must put it in camel case or use underscore. Good. So our average salary is this. You can see that this is the average salary here, right? Now, what the question is, your manager says, I want to know all the employees in this company that earns above average. He wants to know everybody that earns above average. How will you solve that? You already know. So the first thing you need to do, right, is to go and know what is the average salary, which is the first thing we've done. Are you following? Because this is just about, it is not just about writing queries. Most SQL is very, very technical. In fact, I'm going to introduce you to a website where you're going to practice, where you're going to, on your free time, you practice and master all of these things. Most SQL questions will not come as question, or they will tell you select or find this, and no. It will come as a real time, like a normal practical question, like the way someone asks you, please let me get this and this and this. You understand? So it is now you that will go technical with the question. The question is not going to be technical. It's just going to be normal layman question. All right. So what your manager told you to do is this. Where is this is the employees table. He said, please, Edna, I want to know all the salary, all the staff in this company that earns above average. And here, there is nothing like average. If you come here and query the table, there's nothing. In fact, salary table was not even there in the first place. And they're asking you to find those people that earn above average. So first of all, he has given you the list of salaries here. So you now went ahead to add the salary to the table, which has helped. The next thing we'll do now is to find the average salary. First of all, because you need to know the salary before you now start talking about those that earn above or below. So from our table here, you can see that any person that, what's our average salary again? Who can tell us our average salary? Our average salary here, let's run these two codes. Let me see if I can highlight them together. This one, sorry. This one and this one. Let's see if we can run them together. No, we cannot though. We must run them individually. So now this is our salary. We have people earning 55K. We even have someone earning 75K. We have someone earning 77K. So, but what is the average salary now? Let's see. Our average salary is 70,375. So any person earning above 70 something thousand, 70,000 is earning above. But how do we get those people? Now let's start working on it. We'll come here and say, we want to first of all select everything. Let's say we want to see everything for now. From where? From employees table. We want to see everything from employees table. We want to see everything from employee, right? And we don't want to see everything. Oh, we only want to see where the salary, go to salary column. Want to see only where this, want to see only those where the salary is equals to, but not equals to. Want to see where the salary is above average. Are you following? Somebody following me? Kiki, are you following? So it's not just about writing query now. We are now going very
I'm following,
All right, good. So we are now using our brain now to, think and solve problem, real-time problem. These are real company problem. So we want to see just those employees that are earning above, and this is what the query is saying. Let's close this one so we don't have that error. So it says, show us everything in this table, in this employee table. But no, don't show us everything yet. We want to see only those. Go to salary column, use salary as just go to salary. All right, you're going to show us everything, but first, before you show us everything, go to salary and make sure you're showing only those that are earning above average. And what is that average? This is the average, right? So want to see those earning above 7375. So if we run this code now, it's going to show us what these are the only people. If you go to their salary section, you cannot see anything below 70 here. It's only 77, 90, 75. So it has filtered out some people, those people earning 55, 45, below average. Those are the below average. Maybe they are earning minimum wage. They could be the cleaner, the security guard, and all of those, the errand boys. But these are now the people, the manager. This is certainly the manager. This is maybe the sales rep, the HR. These are the top people, the CEO, them. They are earning above average. So you can see it has filtered it for us. But there's a problem. There's a problem. What? But there's a problem. The problem is that we had coded the number here. We know that this is the average. We had coded this number. If once they employ a new person here now, this will no longer be the average because a new salary will come in. It will be added and divided by that. It will no longer be divided. How do we get this average? Average is total divided by total number, like the sum of the total amount divided by sum of the numbers, right? So if you add one more employee here, or if they sack anybody here, this will change. Your result becomes wrong automatically. Or if they promote anybody here now and the salary changes, maybe this person that was earning 75 started earning 90, automatically this figure will change. So you cannot hard code this thing. So remember when we did something like this in Excel, where we now say, okay, we want to do something so that whenever we change anything in pivot table, whenever we change anything in the data, it automatically updates in the pivot table, right? In the chart. So we want to write a query here that will make sure that whatever changes that happens here will automatically fit. It will automatically fix here. And what we need to do is to bring the query that gave us this thing here, just put it here, and it solves it. And which query is that? This is the query here. This query is what gave us that figure. So I'll copy it, or I'll write it again if you like, but let me copy it. Then instead of putting this here, I'll just put a bracket and put the query inside. So I'll make sure, let me see. Because it's a subquery now, I'll make sure, let me just align it. Even if you don't align it, it's still gonna work, but just to make your work clean. All right, good. So let's leave it this way. So because you're not ending it, I'll remove this ending. Good. So this is called subquery. If we run this now, this is what we do. What SQL does is it will first of all run this one before it will now run this one. So when you run this query, let's run it so you see. it's going to give us the same thing, the same people. You can see nobody's earning average here. We didn't even tell you to show us those people earning average. We say show us above, those people that are above. If we wanted to say greater than or equals to, if we put greater than or equal to include those people earning average, right? But we don't want you to include those people earning average. We just want those people earning above average, so it is greater than. So it will first of all run this one to calculate the average. Then it will now run this one and give you the results according to what it got here. This is called subquery, a query inside a query. I want to take questions. Is there any questions? Somebody, do you all understand this? Hello? Do you understand?
Mr. Chris,
Yeah.
in what do we apply this subquery of it? In what scenarios do we apply the subquery of it?
Did you just join the
In what
class
kind
now?
of scene? Can you hear me?
Did you just join the class now? Did you come late?
Yes, yes.
Because
Oh,
I didn't just jump into writing the subquery. I started with a story. In fact, I started with a scenario that your manager wants to know all the people earning above average. So your company may want to, there are so many scenarios, in fact, a lot of scenarios where you need subquery. Like the reason why we put this subquery here is because we can easily put the figure here like this. We can easily have this as this. Let me take it back. So you have a data set here from your manager, and your manager now said, okay, our employees, they all earn salaries, right? And they all earn different salaries. I don't care how much they earn, but I just want to have a list of all the employees. Remember, we have just 8 people here, 8 people. So let's imagine that this is a Coca-Cola company that you're working for. Coca-Cola company has more than hundreds of employees all over the world, if not thousands, if not millions, sorry. They have thousands of employees. So you're going to have a very long list here that's not just 8. So the manager, and there's no way you can start seeing, like at a glance here, you can already see who is earning what they are earning here. You can see that you can even bring out this thing by yourself without even writing any query. Those people that are earning above. But now when you have, for example, you're working for a bank have so many employees. So it is going to be so many. So all you need to do, and your manager says, I want to know those employees that are earning above average. And you don't even know what the average salary is. So what the first thing you need to write is a query that will help you to calculate the average salary first. Let's start from there.
okay.
That's how we now resorted to writing this query that helps us to know this is the average salary. We have people that are earning 50K,
Okay.
100K, 40K, 90K, 120K. The average is what you want to know. So now you've written a query that helped you to calculate the average. But this has not helped you to actually know those people. The actual question is, who are those employees that are earning more than average? You now go ahead and write this other query. So what we want to see, we don't want to see all of them now. Let's say we want to see only the employee ID. We want to see the employee ID. We want to see the first name. Let's I don't know the title of those columns again. So let's run the code. So the last name, the first name, we want to see, I think that's basically what we want to see. So we want to see the employee ID. We want to see the first name. We want to see the last name. Then we want to see the salary they earn. This is what we want to see. right? First name, last name, then the salary they earn. So if I run this one, so this is it. We are seeing the first name, the last name, and these are all the salaries they earn. A lot of people, even someone is even earning 45K, 55K. So all of these people will go away because we don't need them. We want to see only those that are earning, only those that are earning above average. Then I'm going to run this. It has filtered out all those people that are not earning up to 70K and giving us those people that are earning from 70K and above. So, but there's a problem. Do you know how? Can you tell us how to get average of anything? The average. Let's say we have three people. Three people now. Someone has 5 apple. The other person has 3 apple, and the other person has 2 apple. How many apple in total? 5, 3, 2. How many in total is that? That is 10 apple, right?
Yes.
Apple.
10 apples being owned by how many people? 3 people.
3 people.
Yes.
3 people. Now, what is the average? Tell us what the average or how to get the average of all the apple. What average means is that
10 divided by 3.
Exactly.
That's 3.3.
Exactly. So to get averages, when you add all of them together and divide by the number of outcomes, the number of outcomes is 3. That's how you get your average. So that is how we got this thing. What SQL did is to add up all these salaries together and divide it by the total number of people. So for this thing to remain, sorry, you said what?
Take it while it's simple.
Okay, yeah. So for this thing to remain this figure, it means nothing here must change. Nobody must be promoted or sacked, and no new employee must come in. Do you understand? If a new employee comes in, the total number of outcome has changed. You need to come and add the salary of that person, and that number you're dividing it by will increase to 9 and no longer 8. So automatically this figure will change. And if this figure changes, it means this query is no longer true. So to solve that problem, you need to write a query that equates to this figure. So even if it changes, that query is still correct. No matter what happens, it's still correct because it's like automating it. You're now automating it. You don't have to come and write it manually. So what happens is, if anything happens there, you sack a person or you promote somebody or any figure changes here, you have to come here and repeat this thing and run it manually again. That means you have to come and write this query again to get the new, you now get the new average. That new average, you come back here and put it. Imagine doing that all the time. Just imagine it. That's going to be very tedious. So, okay, now what if you now leave the company? The new person coming in may not even know that they will have to come and do this thing manually. So all you have to do is now to do a subquery that whatever code or query you did to get this figure, put it here so that nobody needs to come here and change anything. Once anything changes in the data set, automatically, or this is not data set anyway, in the database, once anything changes in the database, maybe a new employee is added, or a new employee is promoted, or a new employee is sacked, or an employee is sacked, automatically it comes here and updates. So instead of putting this average here, let's put something else that will equate to the average. I will put equals to. So I want to say select, this is the query we wrote, right? We want to get the average of the salary. Average of salary, right? Where do we want to get it from? I'll just put this thing here so that it will align. From which table? From, I just like using capital letter. Small letter will also work, sha, but I just like it. So from which table? the employees table. Then I'll close the bracket. So this query here is the same thing as this query here. So if I run only this one, it will give me the average. See, it gives me the average. So if I run the whole of them, it will now give me the name, the employee ID, the first name, the last name, and the salary of the employee that are above. This is the above this subquery. So when you run this query, usually SQL will help you run this one first before running the entire query, because this query depends on this result. You want to see those people earning above average that is here. So it will first run this one. Whatever it gets here, it will now use it to run this one and give you the result. So if we now run this entire query, it will give us just those people that are earning above average. Do you understand this now? Or do you have more questions? Are you still confused?
Thank you very much. Thank you.
No, I get it.
Thank you.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much.
Since we are now in the same page,
Yeah.
I think I don't know how long we've spent, if we can continue or not, but now that's one last thing I want you to know before we call it a night. This subquery now can be anywhere. This subquery can be, you can see it's in the where statement, is in the where clause, where it can also be in the select. You can put it in the select, you can put it in the from, you can put it in the where, you can even put it in group by or order by. This subquery can be anywhere, but on a condition. Now, where this place, what is expected here is supposed to be just one figure. What is supposed to be here is supposed to be just one figure, which is the average salary. That is why you're putting this in here. There is some that you run. What is expected to be here in this from statement from this table is supposed to be a table. So if what you're going to, I don't know how to make this simple, or shouldn't we bother about that anyway, but if it must be in the where statement, then what should be there should be one figure, because what we're expecting here is just one figure, which is the average. So because this result set is going to give us one figure, that's why it's worked. If this is supposed to give us a table, for example, if I come here and put just salary, it's going to throw error because it's not possible. This salary, now select salary from this table. This salary here is going to give us a table. This one, if I run this one, is an error. But if I select salary from this employee table, if I run this, it's going to give me a table. Or let me say I want to say select everything. Now, this query is correct. Select everything from employee table. But it's going to throw error because it cannot be here in the where, because this is going to give you a table, right? So, but if I put this query here now in this select is expecting a table. It's supposed to have a table here. So if I put this query here, it is going to work. Well, don't bother yourself about that. That's not going to even be something you worry about anyway. So let's but the reason, what I was just trying to point out is for you to know these rules or these concepts, so that in case you now see a subquery in this from statement, you now be say, but it's supposed to be in the where clause. Okay, so that's just how the subquery work. Let me see if we can do another subquery. We spent 1 hour already. Okay, let's stay till 9:30. let me use the rest of the time to show you a website. There's a website you can go to. It is called HackerRank. So when you come here, just type HackerRank like this. HackerRank. So you can leave it at HackerRank and just, .com, hackerrank.com, or just do HackerRank, then Google will now give you the right. This is hackerrank.com, this first one, hackerrank.com. Now, what HackerRank does is just to help you set practice questions, okay? So when you come here, you need to start a free trial for developers. So create an account. The first thing you need to do is to create an account. So I'll click on create an account. You can create an account with your email, so create an account. It is just going to prompt you to put in your email and all that. But let me create an account. Why is it not taking me to? Okay, I'm here to hire a tech talent. I'm here to practice. Okay, you select this one. All right. You're here to practice. This is like, it's going to show you how to write queries. You can even use it to learn Python, learn SQL, learn Excel, learn anything. So I'll select this one. I'm here to practice. It's going to give you problem to solve problem and learn new skills. So I'm going to click on create account. Then everything is free, obviously. You don't have to pay for anything. So it is prompting you to put your detail, but instead of doing that, just click on this Google, continue with Google, so that you can just select your account and log in. So it's going to bring out your email address. If it doesn't bring it up, then just type in your email address and it will automatically, obviously it's going to bring up your email address since you're doing this on a Google Chrome, because before you even created a Google Chrome, you already have um you already have a Google account that you used to create your this thing. So it's going to pop up this thing, then just select on continue. I don't know, mine is taking some time. Maybe it's because of my network. But let's just wait a little so that it can sign us in, and we'll start. I'll show you how to use it. Yeah, so it brings up your email. Just click on that your email twice. Just click on it again. Then you see continue. All right, so Google will allow HackerRank to access the information about your email. Click on continue. Automatically, you have created an account. Instead of putting your name, your full name, you just use your Google account to sign in, because they trust Google. So it's not like they trust you. It's not you that they trust, it's Google, because you already have a Google account. So they just trust Google and then let you in. So terms and conditions, make sure you accept. Then I'm here to learn and compete with others. It's actually a competition because people from all over the world, we are going to see the top ranking people. I'm a student, you can see. I am a student. I will graduate in maybe 2026. Then let's go. Great. So you're in. So in this platform, you can use it to fight. You can use it to learn. You can learn anything. You can learn a lot of things. See, choose your fight. So we don't want to fight. Let's just remove it for now. We don't want to fight. Fight is not like physical fight. It's coding. This is mainly for coding. You can use it to practice algorithm, data structure, mathematics, artificial intelligence. You can even learn Python, Java, C++, C, all these things, Ruby, database, Linux, React, see all these things. You can learn all of them. But where is our SQL? Because that's what we're interested in. Software engineering, all these things. So I'm not seeing SQL. So let me see if we can search. So you can just come here and search SQL. Yeah. So simple SQL. So ended. Okay, this one has ended. Contest. challenge. Let me see. It is supposed to give us SQL. Okay. Wow. So we just created the account, so we don't have any point, but our rank this is our rank. We are in fact we are the lowest, like we are the bottom. So the more points you get, the more your rank goes up. You can even check. Let me see. Let me see if I can see those people with the highest ranking. Look at us. Look at the leaderboard. You can look at the leaderboard and see people all over the world that are winning, like people that are leading. See, the number one person is this Jana D. This country, I've never heard of this country, but the person has answered over 2,900 questions. Number one person in the entire world. See, the second person is from this country, Japan. This one is from Belarus. The person is from Belarus. In fact, the seventh person is United States person. There's nobody from Nigeria. Even the first 100 is not from Nigeria or any of these countries. So let's try to practice. Let's try to come first, okay? So let's go back and see how to use the platform. It's just normal SQL. You selected SQL because we're interested in SQL. So when it comes here, it's just give you a question to solve. Then you solve it. It will teach you if you want to. Then if you want to, this is a problem. This is submission. You can submit your own problem. Solve SQL project. So let's go to solve. So you are given a table, projects containing 3 columns, tax ID, start date, and end date. It is guaranteed that the difference between the end date and the start date is equal to 1 day for each row in the table. So C, column, type, tax ID, start date, end date. So it says if the end date of the task are consecutive, then they are part of the same project. Samantha is interested in finding the total number of different projects completed. Write a query to output the start and the end date of project listed by the number of days it took to complete the project in ascending order. If there is more than one project, if there's more than one project that have been same number of completion day, then order by the start date of the project. So this is how SQL questions will come as a real world problem. I don't know. I'm looking for the place where you can solve it. That there used to be a code, sort of a code environment where you can write the query. Change theme. Enter your query here and follow this instruction. Please append a semicolon at the end of the query and enter your question. Is your query in a single line to avoid error. The AS keyword causes error, so follow this blah blah. Let's see if that's what they mean. I think we can write our query here. I don't know. I have 6 people left. Some people have left already. The example describes the following 4 projects. Tasks 1 and 2 and 3 are completed on a specific day. So these are part of the project. The start date of project is this day, and the end date of the project is this day. So it took 3 days to complete the project. Tax. This is already boring, you guys. I didn't mean to bore you guys anyway. But I was just trying to introduce you to something that I found interesting. I use this platform a lot though, but I didn't sign into my own account and all that. So they keep changing these questions. It's not like this is only if you log in, you may see a different question if and all that. So we don't have time. We don't have time. So I will just take questions. So you can come here and practice. You can come here and practice anytime you want to. if we refresh this, I believe they will change the question. There are some questions that will be softer. There are some that will be harder anyway. Can even download it if you want to. So the website is HackerRank. I'm going to just, paste it in the group so that everybody will be able to access it. All right. So let's take questions before we go. Those of you that have not submitted your assignments yet, I don't know what you're still waiting for. I think we've closed the submission. If you still have any questions, you can just reach out to me so that we know what the challenge is, okay? All right, so this is about subqueries. Do we have questions? Do we have concerns?
Hello?
Yeah, I can hear you.
Yeah, personally, I started late, but I enjoyed from where I started. Definitely, I'll watch the video again, to get a grasp of everything you have done.
All right, that's
But
perfect.
in all, I'll say thank you very much for this session.
All right then. That's a good one. Also a good night to all of you. All right. See, now about our Wednesday classes, we have to shift this one to Sundays from Saturday so that we can have participants. But I still notice that we still have the same set of people. They say you can take the horse to the water, but you cannot force the horse to drink, right? So we've done what we can, and we are happy with the results we got. At least we had enough rest today, that's Sunday, and then we just do the class for 1 hour, 30 minutes, then we go back to resting and all that to prepare for tomorrow's work. So how about the Wednesday on it? I'll leave it to you guys to decide if we should still leave it on Wednesday or oh sorry, I'm still recording. Also, I've stopped.